Starting off the album with Running Wild. Puppy. Oh, okay. This already feels like Astronaut. I'm calling it.
There's a way that we can fly again. Remember how we used to love back then, living like we had no end. Let's stay out all night until we see the sun. Remember how we used to love the go. We can miss the last train home. Don't you let our love go cold. But we're standing still. We can light it up once more. I'll take you there. We'll be running wild, loving till the sun is out, running till there's nothing left, till our last breath. We'll be running wild, loving like it's made for us, running till there's nothing left, till our last breath. We'll be running wild. Don't forget about the times we shared, all the places that we used to go, living like we ruled the world. Don't you let our love go cold. When we're standing still, we can light it up once more. I'll take you there. We'll be running wild, loving till the sun is out, running till there's nothing left, till our last breath. We'll be running wild, loving like it's made for us, running till there's nothing left, till our last breath. We'll be running wild. We'll be running wild. We'll be running wild. We'll be running wild. We'll be running wild.
Damn! Bro. Puppy. Bro. It was a movie. Clever. Be honest. How many of you, it took you an embarrassingly long time to realize that that song was in English? Yeah. Yeah, totally. I'm just used to reading everything and understanding it that way. I can't listen to things while I'm trying to read. Half the song, good. Okay, good. Yo, JIN's high voice is my Twix bar. You know that first moment? It's like you buy the Twix. You know this is going to be good. Like you've been here before. You've experienced this. And you know it's coming. Here it comes. And then that high voice enters you. And there's a brief moment where you see the rainbows and all the clouds part and you are one with the universe. JIN's high voice is my Twix bar. Yes, he sounds delicious. Shadow says he added the last scene at the cinema because he was worried that Army would be too upset. That doesn't surprise me. It did cross my mind that this ending was pretty damn. And I use that as an adjective, of course. This is pretty clever. Okay? Let's discuss, shall we? Before we get into the lyrics. Right off the bat. Puppy. Now, again, I'm giving you my opinion. I'm going to throw a bunch of random theories against the wall like wet pasta and just enjoy the ride, okay? First, I think the dog symbolizes unconditional love. Now, I'm 100% sure, knowing Army, and this could be the case, that dog is supposed to be Army. Maybe that's the idea. I don't know. However, I will say, regardless of whether or not that has been actually uttered from JIN's mouth, I think that dog represents unconditional love. Okay? Now, I didn't get a chance to see these little pins on his jacket, but I'll bet there's some clues there. Hear the siren. Not only is there not a response from JIN, there is not a response from the puppy. You know how dogs freak out when a leaf farts? They lose their damn minds trying to protect everybody. The dog doesn't freak out. So there's a calmness here. There's a peace. Except for these lunatics. Now, as I have said to you before, this is like what it's like when I do a live stream. I'm JIN and the puppy because I'm adorable and talented. And you animals are just wreaking havoc through the streets. This feels like astronaut to me. I said that already, but it does. JIN has a Tamagotchi on his belt. I have a tiny Tamagotchi also on my belt. I told you we're the same. You didn't see that plot twist coming. Yup. Okay, the pin. Does that pin say David Bowie? David Bowie's? No, that can't be right. Those are really hard to read. Puppy's happy. Got 4 pins. That's all we know.
There's a way that we can fly again. Remember how we used to love back then. Living like we had no end. Let's stay out all night until we see the sun.
Okay, that poster said Last Day of Earth. It's a movie. Shadow. This shot, unless they felt like it wasn't clear enough that it was a movie. Let's hold that. So he's going to see. I didn't catch this before.
Out all night until we see.
Okay, let's see. Night of the Living Dead is on the marquee.
The sun. Remember.
Last Day on Earth is the movie poster. Okay.
Remember how we used to love go. We can miss the last train home.
Oh, Bowie Starman. That's pretty good, Thelma. That is pretty good. Huh.
Don't you let our love go cold. But we're standing still.
See, the fact that these places are all closed would lead you to believe that people were aware that this was coming. But I don't know if that's the case.
Still, we can light it up once more. I'll take you there.
Wild. He's got his hat with the wings, with stars. It feels a little astronauty. There's the car. Oh, look. So here we've got on the magazine, we've got the car that he was driving. We've got some happy man. We've got a puppy. Looks very similar to the puppy.
We'll be running wild, loving till the sun is set.
He's got the hat, different clothes.
Running till there's nothing left. Till our last breath. We'll be running wild, loving like he's made for us. Running till there's nothing left. Till our last breath. We'll be running wild. Don't forget.
Love that.
Don't forget about the times you shared, all the places that we used to go, living like we ruled the world. Don't you let our love go cold, but we're standing still. We can.
Oh, what a great shot. That is a view, my friends. Oh, all that natural light. No pizza. Ah.
Light it up once more. I'll take you there. We'll be running wild, loving till the sun is out. Running till there's nothing left. Till our last breath. We'll be running wild.
See, even these shots in this desert-like area feels astronauty to me. Now, it might not be related at all. It would surprise me if it wasn't, even in this very indirect correlation. It's BTS, for crying out loud. Just saying.
Like he's made for us. Running till there's nothing left. Till our last breath. We'll be running wild.
How many people were like, are they trying to tell us that JIN's in the next Fast and Furious? Oh my God, is this a sign? No, it's not, because JIN is talented. Oh, puppy! Oh, did you see that? Oh, oh, bro, stop it! He's in a box. He's a puppy in a box. Ah.
We'll be running wild. We'll be running wild. We'll be running wild. We'll be running wild.
Wow. Oh, that is incredible. Wow. Oh, I love it. They even added a little bit of echo and reverb to that little piece of the song right there to feel like you were in the theater with him. Very cool. All right. Well, so I actually didn't mean to watch it again, but I'm... What are you going to do? Be upset? Come on. So I think the dog represents unconditional love. I absolutely feel like this is the JIN from Astronaut, but fast forward it. That's what I feel like. Because we never saw Jin in Astronaut leave, right? The last thing we saw was him in the bed doing the crossword puzzle, and then he gave us that saucy little smirk at the end. Am I remembering that correctly? He stayed. Okay, thank you, Lou. So this feels like some time has passed. He's on his own so much that he's got a puppy. So the stuff that's happening around him doesn't faze him because he's been through this before. He's an alien. He's an astronaut. He travels from land to land, planet to planet. It's, you know what I mean? Very interesting. Running wild. This is the scene that feels like Astronaut to me. And he's in different clothes too, so I think there's even some visually some separation between the scenes where he's with the dog and he's out in town, and then he's in the desert. Okay, here. I do want to say this is a very nice Easter egg for Junie. We got two little bicycles. I'm 100% certain that that was planned for that reason. Okay, there's the fuzz. The social... The restaurant is called the Social Something. The Social List. Food and family. Very clever, because we do get a shot later of the family that he sees when he's driving by. So we're in the theater. We get to see all this. Very clever. Oh, wait a second. Something meta is occurring here. He leaves the restaurant, which is closed, by the way. Notice the sign is not on that says open. I feel like that would be neon. I could be wrong, though. So, oh, Laxey, Warner's something. These, you know, these buttons could actually just be signs that he has been living a life here on Earth. That's what I think it is. He's wearing a couple rings. He's got his puppy. He still has the collared shirt and tie. Very similar feel to Astronaut. Plus the facial expressions. I'm dying on this hill. So he leaves the restaurant. People are losing their damn minds. But then he sees the theater. The poster is there. Are there any more clues here? Last day of Earth. So, yes, they're watching a movie here with the cars and stuff, right? We're getting some memories, but this last part here. Okay, so that part was a movie, but that still doesn't mean that all of this stuff here wasn't actually happening, right? See where I'm going? Interesting, very interesting. And it would be one thing if only him and the dog, if he saw it, but we have other people that are reacting. The world is ending, but we can stuff our faces. That is how you know you have found your people. Good job, chat. I even think that Tamagotchi is a way for them to bridge the gap between Astronaut and him caring for this dog. He learned how to take care of something else via a Tamagotchi. Bro. Sis. Whoever I'm talking to. Fam. Come on! It's genius. You realize that level of detail? You don't think I'm right? Are you crazy? You think that's a coincidence? Get out of here. So, point of the song. I think it's pretty obvious. Regardless of, and here's what I'll say, and I'll use the actual footage, if you will, not the movie footage, not the Fast and Furious nonsense. Even when the world is crashing down and crumbling around you, still have breath, there's still hope. That's a hell of a stretch. But man, his voice in this running wild and this freedom and this peace. Because really at that point, what the hell are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do? Besides stuff our faces, which I'm totally on board with, by the way. What are you going to do? Right? Go out, live it up. Yep. Get you a Prius, pedal to the plastic. Wow, that was tasty. That was full of all kinds of stuff. And I probably got 5% of it. I mean, it's all correct, of course. Big old family. Now, I know some of you were saying Wildflower, and this does have the color palette and the feel here and there of Wildflower. I do agree. I see that similarity. Yo, what are the chances this is the same house? It doesn't feel like the same house from Astronaut, though. I don't think it is. Could be. I mean, it would be easy enough to check, but that just sounds like a lot of work. Bro, don't look at the camera. Oh. I'm going to see it all over the place. Roscoe yelled at a child. He's going to be okay. See, and you know why they showed you that shot of the puppy in the box? There's a reason for everything. The reason they showed you that is because that is footage of his journey, not the dog, JIN's journey. This shot shows you that he's had this puppy since it was young. He didn't just find a rogue dog on the last day of Earth. He has fostered this thing. Wow. Look at the peace in that face. Also, cheeks. Also, lips. Wow. The dog is like, "You good, bro?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good." Wow. That's great. I'm chuckling to myself because you're going to be like, what are you laughing at, you bozo? Listen very closely. You can hear the dog panting. I chuckled because I was afraid that was me. I was like, am I doing that right now? I don't think I was, but if you heard it, it was the dog. Wow, we hammered that one into the ground. Oh, I've missed that. JIN gave us something to eat. Let's read the lyrics, shall we? Maybe this will give us some clarification. There's a way that we can fly again. Remember how we used to love back then, living like we had no end? Let's stay out all night. Out all night until we see the sun. Remember how we used to long ago? We can miss that last train home. Don't let our love go cold. When we're standing still, we can light it up once more. I'll take you there. We'll be running wild, loving till the sun is out. Running till there's nothing left, till our last breath. We'll be running wild, loving like it's made for us. Run until there's nothing left, till our last breath. We'll be running wild. Don't forget about the times we shared, all the places that we used to go, living like we've ruled the world. We'll be running wild. All right, so this is how he's kicking off this album. I see you, JIN. There's a way that we can fly again, living like we had no end. And you know what? If we were to get really meta, maybe the point of this is not so much that this is actually what's happening, but that we should be living our lives like this is about to happen. Maybe some of us are guilty of going through our days and feeling like walking around and feeling like and kind of like wearing our emotions on our sleeves and kind of like acting like this is happening right now, when in reality, it's not. It's not. Right? Maybe this is a little bit more of a meta message that, hey, it's going to be okay. Live your life. Life is too short. I dig it. To JIN,